Good morning, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, academics, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, and our amazing loved ones that have come out in full force to support and celebrate us today. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the original custodians of the land on which we gather, the Gayabal, Jarrawa and Western Waka Waka peoples, and acknowledge and honour their unceded connections to the land and waterways of this community. I'd like to pay respect to the elders past and present and to all First Nations people. Wow, graduates, we've made it. I feel both deeply honoured and privileged to have been selected to give this valedictory address to you all today. And I'm not afraid to admit I'm immensely terrified. I've been having nightmares about how I might fumble this for the past week. But if that isn't a reflection of the past 3 years, I don't know what is. Facing our fears, that's what it's all been about, right? My road to graduation, like so many of my cohort, has not been straightforward. But then again, life rarely is. As a high school dropout, leaving education behind at the ripe old age of 15, I thought I knew enough. Boy, was I wrong. Life takes over, as it does, and after getting married and starting a family in my early 20s, my life was comfortable and familiar. I had never considered tertiary education was within my grasp. But then, life, right? In 2019, my father became critically ill. I spent many hours, days, weeks and months with him in hospital. And in those moments, I got to appreciate the difference that a great nurse can make in their patient's life. It got me thinking, what if I could do that too? What if I could give back to the profession that had gifted me so much? Even this decision was not straightforward. I had many sleepless nights thinking, could I do it? Would I even be accepted into a degree? And worse yet, what if I failed? Then I thought about that, and I mean I really thought about it. And with a little help from my nearest and dearest, I reframed my thoughts to, so what if I fail? In the words of Napoleon Hill, every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of a greater or equal benefit. So here we sit, today in our success, not after never failing along the way, but because each and every one of us chose to rise again after each failure, to take what we learned and let it be the catalyst for our growth and accomplishment. To my husband and Rock, I could not have done this without you. Your tireless support was essential for my success. The fact that you never said no to hearing me read yet another presentation out aloud, all the while probably having no clue what I was talking about. To my children, Elijah and Savannah, I feel as though it is the both of you that have sacrificed the most. You have endured Mum's endless study, placement and exam blocks, picking up the slack when I stumbled, and all the while trying any way you could to make Mum's job a little easier. The nights I came home to my bedroom after a late shift on placement and my daughter had turned down the sheets for me so that my bed was ready were some of the most heartwarming moments and just made me burst with pride. You also never complained when I was just too tired to get dinner on the table, so we went with cereal instead. Tell me I'm not alone there, right? To my study group girls who were literally in the thick of it with me, no one will ever understand the connections we've built over the past 3 years. Nothing can compare to the experiences and memories we've shared. But finally, to my extended family that became the sane voices in my life, capable of pulling me out of my spiral when I was catastrophizing yet again over how terribly I must have done on my recent submissions. Our successes today are just as much yours as they are ours. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I would love to also make special mention to those academics. You know who you are, the ones that endured my countless questions in tutorials or labs and placated my constant need for reassurance in the lead up to assessments. I know how painful I can be, so thank you for bearing with me and believing in me, even when I didn't myself. So, as we all embark on this next phase of our life's journeys, what can we take with us? Keep planting seeds. When you come across roadblocks in the guise of failure, plant a seed, learn from it, and grow. Persevere. Even the longest and hardest journeys will pay dividends if you persevere. Most of all, though, never be afraid to take that chance. Sometimes life's biggest hurdles and detours provide opportunity for the most exciting of life's pivots. So say yes to every opportunity that comes your way. You never know where that may take you. So, here are my parting words, and I will keep it brief as we are all probably in desperate need of a caffeine boost by now. Ooh, yeah. In whatever direction your life is going from here, whether it's your dream job or whether you're still looking, or whether you have already enrolled in your postgraduate studies, may you always remember your motivational forces. These will ensure you persevere even through the hardest of days. Lean on your loved ones and your fellow graduates, because in the same way villagers raise babies, so too do they raise graduates. Always remember, nothing worth having comes easy, so hang in there. Congratulations, fellow graduates, and good luck from here. The world is our oyster. Thank you.